What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking a little bit about NIO. Got a little bit of update there. We're also going to talk a little bit about Tesla and some news coming out with Tesla. But before we hop into that, we ask you to hit that sub button. It's the best way to support the channel. We're trying to hit 2,000 subs by the end of March. So if you guys can do that, hit that button right now. Also, link in the description for the Patreon if you guys want to hop over to our amazing community over in the Discord. We got over 100 members. You got a couple dollar slots left. I think there's only a few left at this point. Once they're gone, they're gone. So if you want them, get them now. Why you can? But without further ado, let's give some razzle dazzle and hop into it, man. So let's start off the video today with NIO. So NIO, I read a report earlier today that the Central Bank of Norway has increased their investment into NIO and bought over 13 million shares. Over 13 freaking million shares, man. Tell me somebody ain't bullish on NIO.
Right.
Tell me.
As I say, that's a whole lot of shares.
Right. All right. Dude, I'm telling you what, that makes me excited. A lot of people seeing faith in NIO. Yeah. If you guys haven't checked out our latest NIO video from yesterday, check that out, man. We went over where we see NIO going throughout the entire year of 2021. Yep. We give all our predictions on every quarter of this year, how many cars are going to sell. Go check that out. That was honestly one of the best videos I felt like we've done in a long time. So yeah, go check it out. Yeah, so they invested in more, and in the article that I was reading, they invested into more than just NIO. It was Tesla, it was Apple, it was Nikola, it was Lee, it was Xpeng, it was Fisker. Dude, it was just, they went heavy, extremely heavy on all these EVs, and that is making me extremely excited.
I mean, snatch them up while they're low. Right. I mean, $45 for NIO. I mean, even though it's bounced up, you know, $10 or so or more since the very bottom of that correction. I mean, 45 is still going to seem like a steal, you know, in just a few months probably.
Right. Oh, it's going to be a crazy steal. Yeah. It's going to be a crazy steal. You know, based on what we predicted yesterday, you know, in our video yesterday, this is going to be an absolute dynamite of a steal from where we're at now. So, if you, again, go check out that video. Give you guys all that information there. But there are some analysts coming out. There was that one that we talked about the other day who gave NIO the price target of, I think it was $60. But if you look at this chart from Tip Ranks that we'll put up on the screen right now, it's showing NIO as a high of $81 by the end in the next 12 months. It's got an average of $65 and a low of $38. You got to realize we already smashed that $38 low. We hit $31 at our lowest point. At the lowest point. Yeah. And if you got in at $31, dude, you're making a freaking killing right now.
Yeah, and I don't see it taking, like, the median was like 65, you said. I don't see that it taking 12 months to get all the way back to 65. I mean, you see the chart, it's already a V-shaped recovery. Like, it might be a month or two, but it's not going to be 12 months. Like, that's nonsense. And you look at the NIO chart, like we already hit $66. So we're already above that average. Yep. We're already above average though. Yep.
But I could clearly see this thing hitting that $80-$100 by the year end. You know, spoiler alert for the video from yesterday. Yeah, so like with that like you said, that V-shaped recovery, I think this is going to be fantastic news for NIO in the coming weeks. You know, we talked about the partnership with Sinopec. We're coming up, you know, we're in the middle of March. We're coming up to the end of March. You know, they're going to be entering Q2. That's when they're expected to start releasing cars into Europe, expanding in that direction. But yeah, so like there's so much coming out with NIO that makes me excited for this, that I'm ready to see this thing just run up and have an extreme bullish run up like we had at the end of last year. I was reading another article that was saying that 25% of the global light vehicle production by 2025 was supposed to be EV vehicles or EVs, you know, like to me, and that's what, 4 years from now? Yeah. That's 4 years from now. Tell me NIO's not going to be blowing up by then. Tell me Tesla's not going to be blown up. Xpeng, Lee. Tell me all these companies are not going to be blowing this stuff out of the water. Out of the water. Yep. You know, and with the March, you know, us again being middle of March, we gave a prediction yesterday on NIO's numbers and where we think they're headed there. I'm not going to spoil that. I'm not going to spoil that one. But I believe this is going to be a strong month for NIO because of the slower numbers in February. So I really am seeing great things coming out of NIO. Now, should you buy NIO? That's the real question here. That's the real question here, chat. Should you buy NIO? First of all, ask yourself one question. Are you a day trader? Are you a swing trader? Or are you are you a long-term player? We're long-term players here. You know, if you're day trading or swing trading NIO, this is not for you. We are into NIO for the long term. If you guys want to invest into NIO, long term is definitely the best way to go. And again, this is not financial advice. This is all entertainment purposes only. We're just a couple guys on YouTube. That's really all it is. So always doing your own research. Always consult your financial advisor and do your own due diligence. And use your brain. But yeah, so should you buy NIO now? I think if you got into NIO right now at $45, it's an absolute steal. But again, as we always say, you got a dollar cost average in. That means you got to take the money that you plan on putting into NIO, split that puppy up, man. Cut it into thirds, cut it into quarters. Just throw $100 at it, and then wait a day, wait a week, give it some time, wait a month, then throw another $100 at it. Dollar cost average down, average up. That's what you want to do. That's the best way to prevent yourself from getting burnt in a lot of these stocks. Yep. That is the best way, because if you threw all your money at NIO at $60, you sure as hell felt that hurt when we hit all the way down to $30.
You're down 50%. That's
right.
That's more than just burnt toast at that point, man.
Oh my God, that's charcoal. That's charcoal. Yeah. So that's when you dollar cost average in and up and down, and that's the best way to get into stocks to prevent yourself from getting hurt.
Yep.
So I think throwing some money at NIO now is going to be a smart decision. Give it another couple weeks, throw another $100. Again, dollar cost average, and I think you are going to be feeling pretty good. I really do. But yeah, so that honestly, that's really all there is for NIO. Let's go ahead and hop over to Tesla.
So Tesla, as you know, they plan to ramp up their Shanghai plant capacity. They're doing it in 2 phases. So at the end of phase 2, they're going to be able to have the capacity of 450,000 cars and just one plant.
Tell me they aren't killing it, man.
They're killing it over there, and especially because, as we said before, China is the second biggest, pretty much tied with Europe, 43% or something of all global EV sales, and you're making 450,000 just in China, that's just ridiculous.
Smashing, baby, smashing.
Yeah, I mean, then you're not having to ship them from other countries in, which, you can sell them cheaper. You're not spending as much money shipping them and everything. But, so they're planning to increase the capacity for their powertrains, their motors, motor controllers, battery packs, drive motor systems, integrated base plates, and just the list goes on and on. They're trying to ramp up production of all these parts, so they make them in-house, so they don't have to ship them from the U.S. Like a lot of the parts now, they're having to ship in from the U.S., which takes more time. Also adds to the cost. Stuff like that. So, they're trying to make all these changes to their parts production and even their research and development areas to meet these increased, vehicle production and capacity limits that they want to do. Because, man, they're stepping it up a lot, like threefold at least in that what they're doing now. But yeah, so we were talking before this. I just wonder how, because they're making all these parts in China, and at least in the U.S., some people don't really like made in China parts, but they've had some quality issues recently, and I just wonder if that's gonna, how that's gonna play out, if that's gonna get worse or what. You wouldn't think that that would happen, but I mean, you never know.
You got to realize too. Tesla's being smart about this. They're bringing their stuff from the States all the way over to China. That you know how much money that costs to ship all that? Right. So the fact that you want to build this in-house, man, Tesla is smashing it right now with them converting everything to be built in China, so then they don't have to ship the parts over.
Right, and you don't have to wait a month. You don't have to wait a month or however long it takes to ship it all the way from China or all the way from the U.S. to China. So, you can just crank them out just that much faster, and that's why they're doing this as part of their. I think they're doing this in the phase 1 part. All the stuff that I listed in phase 1 of being able to increase their production at the Shanghai factory.
Right. As far as quality, I guess we'll have to see what happens, what comes out of that. I can't imagine Tesla's just going to let their quality slip, because that's just going to look bad on them, and they'll just fall as an EV company.
Yeah, but
I don't see that happening though.
Yeah, but I could see something slipping through the cracks, and then it only takes one bad thing to ruin a company, to get a bad name for yourself. But like you said, I don't really see that happening. But I mean,
Let one thing slip, dude. Daddy Elon is gonna be on that case, right. Man. Tell me I'm wrong.
Right.
He will light a fire under someone's butt, dude.
Yeah.
I
agree.
Me I'm wrong.
I don't see this as really being a problem. I'm just wondering, but I mean, this is gonna be huge. That they're gonna, building all the powertrains and motors and all that stuff at that factory, like. It just goes from one assembly line to the next, like right into the car. Right. So that's awesome.
They're gonna kill it. I tell you what, dude, it'll be interesting to see how 21 unfolds. between NIO, Tesla, XPeng, Apple. Once Apple decides they're gonna do whatever they're gonna do, Lee. It's just 2021 is going to be a wild ride for EVs, and I hope you're in it, and I hope you guys join too. I'm telling you what, I've been in NIO. We've both been in NIO in below, I think it was like 15 to 20 range.
Yeah.
And it's just been a wild ride, the games we've seen from there, and man, I'm ready for 2021.
Yeah,
dude.
I mean,
I'm ready for it.
Yeah, for sure. I think no matter what you're in, I mean, obviously some stocks are going to do better, but I think EV just in general is going to it's just going to go to the moon. Like, it doesn't really probably matter what you're in. You're going to be making good gains. So
give it 5 years. Give it 5 years.
Yeah, Tesla. I mean, a lot of people think you look at the Tesla chart. And, last year it blasted off, and a lot of people think that that's not even the big run-up yet. So if that's not the big run-up, dude, that's nuts.
Right. Look at ARK Invest, Look, Kathy Wood over at ARK Invest, man. Right. She's slaying. She's absolutely slaying those Tesla shares.
Yep.
She's a massive bull on Tesla. Yeah. She absolutely loves the stock. The amount of stocks, the shares that they buy is unbelievable. Yeah. Unbelievable.
And I can't wait until Tesla, actually starts making money from all the other stuff they're doing. Right. Because, a lot of people think they just make cars, but they do a lot more than just cars. So they start making money from their solar panel and all their solar stuff and everything. There's going to be
golden.
Yeah, it's just going
to be golden. It's going to be golden.
Blast off.
Right. But that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. If you guys like this kind of content, hit that like, share, notification bell, all that good stuff. It really helps us grow this channel. And again, we're trying to hit 2,000 subs by the end of March, and we're already halfway through. We're about just under 1,400 subs, so help us get there by hitting that sub button. Also, link in the description for the Patreon if you guys want to jump over there. Again, only a couple dollar slots left, and once they're gone, they are gone. Adios, man. Nothing we can do. But again, thank you guys so much for all the support you guys have given us so far. Shout out to the community over at the Discord for being an awesome community, and we'll see you guys in the next one.